Here we go.
Hey guys, we are back, and this time Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are cage fighting, and it's set to take place in an epic location. Joel, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh my god, is this a publicity? Is this to make money? I don't know, but I think the last I heard of this is the Italian Prime Minister offered to host it in the Colosseum, which is what I think this article is about. If they manage to fight there, that would be mental. So I guess we'll just jump into the article. But I mean, we all know that recently Twitter's been renamed to X, and I mean, here we go. So the fight will be live streamed on X and Meta. Tom, do you think this will actually go ahead?
Knowing Elon Musk, I wouldn't be surprised if it does, to be fair. How extreme it is, or how epic, as the title says, I'm not sure. I think they'll try and make it as dramatic as possible. I think he's almost doing it to prove a point, though. Obviously, he's had a lot of things going on with X recently, a lot of ideas. Potentially could say that, Mark Zuckerberg's tried to copy some ideas for Instagram and Facebook and things like that, and it's sort of his way of getting back at it. Whether or not it will actually go ahead, I have no idea. I think the idea could sort of be kind of cool. Obviously, he's saying that all proceeds go to veterans, and he's not doing it for money himself. But if you're having
hope so much this happens. I really hope this happens, because that's because I want to see two billionaires beat each other. Like, that'd be so sick, yo. I want to see two guys just whack each other in the Colosseum, who have like money to build rockets and stuff like that. Isn't that the most badass thing ever?
It's pretty crazy. I don't really... I mean, he's doing it to prove a point, right? But whether or not it will actually do anything, I don't think it's going to do anything. Because obviously the whole point is that he threatened to sue Meta because he's claiming he copied X and with threads and things like that. I mean, I don't know the patents that are on Twitter. Are there any? Are there not? Can he sue them? Is there anything he can do? If it's just an idea, he kind of has to get over it.
I'm pretty sure what it was is, I think Zuckerberg employed previous employees at X, and they stole trade secrets. I don't know what counts as a trade secret in something as, just like code and numbers and words, like Twitter or X. But I think that's the main thing of the lawsuit is employees went over to Threads when they weren't meant to, because they had previous knowledge of what happened in Twitter.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It makes sense, but I don't think their cage fight is going to achieve anything, because they're not doing it for money, so they're not personally gaining anything from it. The platforms aren't suddenly going to go, if Elon wins, everyone's going to delete Facebook or everyone's going to delete Instagram. Like, it's not going to happen. So I don't think they're going to get anything from it other than a massive publicity stunt, which everyone's just going to find hilarious or actually quite enjoy going to, and could be a pretty crazy event. Like, I mean, it's not exactly like KSI versus Tommy Fury, is it? But it would probably be the biggest, like, non-official fighting event that there is on social media. Because, I mean, if it's streaming on both, the amount of millions of people that would watch it on each platform would be insane. But I don't think they're going to get anything out of it other than donations or money or ad revenue that will go to veterans and charities and things. Which, if that's the whole reason why... If that's the whole outcome, then it's still a pretty good outcome, isn't it? But the personal vendetta that Elon has against him, nothing's going to get resolved by fighting him, other than he can say, "Well, you're an idiot and I beat you."
Well, do you think if we can't measure this for X and Elon Musk, because Twitter's now private, so they don't have a stock price that we can look at. But for Meta, they do. Do you think if Zuck won or lost the fight, that would affect his stock price? Do you reckon if he lost, his Meta would drop in price, or do you reckon if he won, Meta would rise in price? Do you reckon there would be a correlation between that?
I don't think there would be as much for Meta, but I think there definitely would for X. Elon Musk, in a way, is synonymous with the brand, right? If he suddenly said that he's quitting, the stock price is going to decrease, obviously, depending on people's thoughts on him. But I think if he lost, potentially could go down. If he won, could slightly go up. I don't think it's going to do much for the platforms themselves. I think it's more to do with the people on it and the views the actual event will get. Maybe it could lead to future events being hosted on there, like having exclusivity rights rather than going to a broadcasting company. They do it on there, and it could lead to deals in that way. But
yeah,
I don't think the actual outcome of the fight itself is going to mean that, you know, X is now suddenly worth 50 billion or something like that.
Yeah, true. I don't think, if it does affect the stock price, I don't think it will affect it too much. I think the most it would be is it's just like a red day on the chart. But you know,
I think if anything, it would make both of them slightly increase because of the amount of users that will be on the platform.
That's true. In terms of like gained people on the platform, true. It's just then
and the amount of impressions that you would get on their video, that would be insane.
Yeah, if these were penny stocks, we would see them. If one of them won, we would see one of them shoot up in price, and if one of them lost, we see it drop down in price. The thing is, they're not penny stocks, so they don't react like that. They're obviously blue chip stocks, and whether price does move due to the outcome of these fights, it will be negligible. It won't be barely noticeable at all, or cared for by investors majorly, because you know the main point that investors are going to look at this is be like, well, look, Meta's just got a ton of new people coming on the platform to watch this fight, and again with X,
I think it would only have an impact if something significant happened to one of them. So you say, for example, I don't know, it was horrendous and Elon Musk knocked him out and he was out for like a week or something crazy where he can't do anything for a week, then obviously something would happen, because depending on what happened, I don't know if you watched Succession.
No, I need to.
If anyone who watched Succession, it will make sense. It will be like that, right? Like when the guy had his whatever happened, I don't want to spoil anything, and he obviously went to hospital, and I think it was like the first episode, and he was out, and they had to potentially choose a new CEO and all of that. Then the stock price, something would happen to it if they were incapable of running the company as a result of the fight. I think if it's just like they both finished, they're both still alive, that's still fine, then nothing's going to happen. Like, it's not going to do anything other than say, wow, we managed to host this crazy event, give us ad revenue for future stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I think there could probably be quite a lot of corporate sponsors. Whether or not people would want to associate themselves with a cage fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg
for charity, I think. If it wasn't for charity, I'd say no. But... Yeah.
Sorry.
The big question though, Tom, is who do you think will win? Who you putting your money on?
That is I think it depends on the type of fight it is. Because I mean, based on this article, Mark Zuckerberg has experience doing jiu-jitsu and has won medals and stuff. But I think Elon Musk is the type of person that just doesn't care. Like, if they're not doing it under UFC rules and the rules are fairly loose, he's just not going to care, and he's going to do whatever he has to do to win because he's that type of person. So I think
Elon Musk
will think he's going to win no matter what.
Yeah. And even though Zuckerberg is probably more technical with his jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, and he probably used some of those skills in the fight, I think if this is just like fists and stuff like that, I think Elon Musk is a bit bigger, but on the other hand, he is older. Zuckerberg is 39, and I think up here it said Elon Musk is 52.
Elon Musk's like 52, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not young people. They're not like 20-year-olds in like a prime boxing era.
But on paper, Zuck has the advantage with age. But in terms of weight, I think Elon Musk is is heavier and bigger than
but that's
Zuckerberg.
The thing, right? If it's managed by their own foundations and not the UFC and stuff, what are the rules going to be? Because is he going to be like 20 kilograms heavier than the other one? Of course, you're going to have more power, you're going to have more of this, you're going to have more of that. But I think as well that you can also look at it on the flip side, right? If the fight is managed by themselves, they could almost make the rules in their favour that potentially wouldn't necessarily be there if it was the UFC. Like, they can't do this or they can't do that, so I guess it protects themselves a bit more. But I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna put my money with Elon Musk. I think most people will.
I mean, if this actually goes ahead, who would you bet on? Because the odds for this, like, how are they going to come up with that?
Thing is, from technical skills and stuff like that, and age, Zuckerberg looks like the winner. But then, you know, height and weight goes to Elon Musk. I think if Elon Musk started to train for this, I think Elon Musk would win. If this is like a fist fight, you know, just like fucking punching each other, no set major rules or anything, like not very strict or anything, I think Elon Musk I put my money on. But if it's more strict and technical and stuff like that, I think Zuckerberg. But if you had to tell me to put my money on one of them right now, I would put it on Elon Musk. Well, who would you put your money on?
I think you summarised it very well. I think Elon just wouldn't care, and he would do whatever he had to do to make him to win, right? And I think he'll have more backing than Zuckerberg. Like if you're having like, I don't know, the audience or the crowds or however they're gonna decide to do it, more people there would be backing him. So yeah. I would be more inclined to back him. But again, we have no idea. You're literally just picking a name out of a hat because you have no idea how these people can fight in that way. Obviously, I guess Mark.
We've never seen them in this environment.
Experience and stuff, but you have no idea. Like, there's no way you're gonna know. Like, he could come out. Like Elon could come out and absolutely destroy him in the first like 10 seconds, and no one would have ever known that. True.
All right. So final thoughts, Tom. Who are you putting your money on?
If I had to, I would say Elon Musk.
Yep, I put my money on Elon Musk. In the comments, guys, leave who you think is going to win. I imagine most people are going to say Elon Musk. But yeah, you got anything else before we wrap this up, Tom?
I think that is all. However, it'll be very interesting to see if this goes ahead and what actually happens. I think if they manage to pull it off in a location like that, it'll be a pretty sick event. But how it will turn out is interesting to see.
I'm very interested. Well, thank you all for watching, guys. Make sure comment who you think is going to win. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.